Hey guys, this is Greg Mihovich from the Underground Gym, and what I'm going to share with you today is 7 simple and fairly basic squat exercises that are designed to help you out to get into a nice deep squat, pain-free, and to basically take control of your squat. One of the biggest issues that I see with beginners and with majority people who even people who do train and forget people who don't train is modern people kind of lost the ability to squat properly. This is due to many reasons. Most people sit all day, drive all day, and body morphs to what it's exposed to the most. So if you sit in that position with your knees bent above 90 degrees, the body gets used to it. So that's the first big thing. Then doctors also tell you that you shouldn't bend your knees past 90 degrees, and people get spooked, people get scared into squatting properly. So today we're going to fix it. I'm going to share 7 basic drills with you. It's going to help you out to get your squat back. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the first exercise. Let's take a look at what squat actually is. First concept to kind of understand is that your body is not on top of your legs, as commonly believed, but it's in between your legs. Let that sink in for a second. Your body is in between your legs. With that in mind, squat down, let it sink down, kind of relax all the way down to a squat. Keep your body nice and upright. Imagine you have a glass of water on top of your head, and you're balancing that glass of water right there. If you're having troubles in this position, there's no shame in using some support first. So grab onto a support. In this case I'm using a rope, but it could be anything. It could be a power rack, could be a chair, something like that. Get back on your heels, body nice and upright. Keep your shoulders down, straighten up your spine, and sink down in between your legs as deep as you can. So try to get down here. Just spend some time down here, explore. Feel like this is the position you're trying to achieve, right here, nice and deep, with your butt rested on your calves, your chest is nice and big, your shoulders are pulled back, your shoulders are leveled, your head is nice and tall, and your spine is straight. Alright, give it a try. Alright, so now let's troubleshoot that position a little bit. When you're down here in a squat, you should be way back on your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes, no problem. That means that your weight is on your heels. Alright? And some people will have a little bit of trouble here. They're either going to be here, okay, and leaning way forward, or they just cannot help but their heels are off the floor. So let's try to fix that. We're going to use a board, and in the beginning the board could be up to 2 inches, or it could be a little bit skinnier like that. Kind of figure out which size works for you. At this point, let's put the board underneath the heels and still get into that nice upright squat position. Get your heels firmly against the board. You should be able to wiggle your toes, which means that the weight is back at your heels. Your knees are lined up with your toes right here. Again, hamstrings are resting against the calves. Body is nice and upright. Glass of water on top of your head. Shoulders are leveled. Relaxed into the squat. Keeping the core engaged though. So you're not collapse here, you stay nice and tall. So this is the position you're looking for. This is exercise number 2. Alright guys, let's keep moving along. So now let's fine tune our squat even further. The wall is going to be a great help for that. It's going to be like your coach who's going to give you instant feedback on your positioning and your core tightness. So at first, kind of keep it safe. You don't know where you're at yet, so start a fair distance from the wall, maybe half a foot to a foot or something like that. Get yourself nice and straight. The key is that you're going to be looking straight forward at the wall, don't look up. Have your arms draped on your sides, like this, and you're going to squat down. Keeping your heels down, sitting down, relaxing in between your legs, keeping your body upright, looking straight forward, and then stand back up. If you required a board before, keep the board under your heels, just like in the prior exercise. If you were fine with this distance, get a little closer, squat down again, sit back, get your body nice and upright, stand up. If you're fine with this distance, keep inching your way to the wall until you find distance that challenges you. Should be able to wiggle your toes. Stand back up. Looking straight forward at all times. you'll see that the wall will always perfect your squat. And the only way you can make it is by keeping your body nice and upright, sitting back on your heels, and keeping your core nice and active. So you're pulling yourself into the squat instead of kind of like flopping yourself down there, not being active about it. So this is a great drill to perform before warming up, like a specific warm-up for your squats. Do a few repetitions, maybe a couple sets of 5, a couple sets of 6 or something like that, to get your squat fine-tuned and get your squat ready for big exercises ahead. Give it a try. One more detail that I would like to mention about your squat development is the position of your feet. Your body is going to want to cheat when it's facing the wall by positioning your feet outwards, like such. So this is, I don't want you to do this. This is not a proper squat. I want you to try to position your feet as parallel to each other as possible. So the proper position of the feet would be like this. And I understand, understandably so, that sometimes it's going to be hard to do it right away. So over time, gradually, try to put your feet more and more inwards. What we're looking to do is eventually have your feet positioned in such a way that they're parallel to each other. Again, it's okay if they start out outwards like this in the beginning, but as you're progressively working to more correct, better range of motion, you're looking to position your feet a little bit more inwards so that they're parallel to each other and your kneecaps are right over your feet. So make sure you follow up on that detail. Alright, so let's keep moving along. Now we're going to keep loosening up the legs. Let's keep loosening up the inner thighs. We're going to get into like a 5-point crab position. And we're going to extend, I'm going to try to extend my femur out, try to touch you with the kneecap, and try to touch my kneecap to the floor. Come back up, the other leg, extend it out, touch it to the floor. A couple of keys about this exercise. First one, I'm trying to minimize the movement of the other leg. So I'm trying not to do this. If it happens in the beginning, a little bit, it's fine, just for you to get a feel of this exercise. But once I get a feel of it, what I want to do is I want to keep this leg nice and stable. Like there's a glass of water right here. I extend this leg out, keeping this leg put, come back. Extend this leg out, keeping this leg put, come back. One more key is that I'm trying to keep the inner edge of my foot on the floor at all times. So this part of my foot stays in contact with the floor. So again, extend out, keeping this leg put, exhale, inhale, coming back, exhale, great exercise to loosen up the inner thighs. If I don't feel any stretch here and my legs are already really loose, which is great, okay, what I can do, how I can facilitate a further stretch, is I can get on my forearms and extend the legs out from here. You can see that the stretch is a lot more right there. So give this exercise a try, and you can practice it for 8 to 10 repetitions per side, loosening your legs up. Alright guys, continuing to work on our squat. So now we're in a bottom of the squat position, keeping our heels on the ground. Should be able to wiggle your toes. Alright, if there are issues with keeping your heels on the ground or your upright body position, place the board under your heels and stick around to this position. So I'm going to start here, and just like in a prior exercise, we're in a crab position, 5-point crab position on the floor. What we're going to do here is we're going to shift our weight to one side, keeping this leg put and vertical, and try to collapse our leg down, touching the ground. Come back. Shift the weight to this side. This leg is completely unloaded. Alright, all the weight is on this leg. I'm keeping the inner side of the inner edge of my foot on the floor at all times. The heel doesn't lift up. Coming down. Again, notice there is no weight whatsoever on this leg. Coming back, shifting my weight back in the middle. So the weight shifts all the way here. This leg is nice and stacked. Collapsing this leg down. Spending some time here. And then coming back. For those of you who have troubles with this exercise, and if your heels keep lifting up, it's totally okay to get the board. Okay, get the board could be quite thicker. Sometimes something like a mat or like a softer foam board works a little better for this exercise, a little bit more user friendly for your feet. But the wood board will do as well. So we're sitting here, transferring, coming back, transferring, coming back. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed, elbows draped, shoulders are down. Keep your neck visible, and just shift from side to side. Once you master that step with the board goes away or becomes skinnier, and over time goes away. And then we just transfer the weight. Again, the key is that that heel does not come up. It stays down on the ground. All right, give this exercise a try. Another simple progression that you can do here is start working on your ankles. Most people have a little bit of ankle tightness there, and that's what prevents them actually from achieving a full deep squat position, and that's why the board comes in the first place. So this exercise will help you to combat that. So again, we're going to get in our bottom squat position, transition to here, and now we're going to elongate the ankle and roll our butt over the ankle until we come to this position where we sit right over the inner heel, sitting in this position right here. This foot is flat. When you come back, you roll back until your heel touches the ground, and then you lift this leg up while keeping this heel on the floor. So again, as this leg comes up, this heel does not come up, it stays down. Then you transition the weight on this side, put this leg down, elongate your ankle as you roll your butt over the ankle. A mistake here is for me to kind of pull my ankle under. I don't want to do that. I want to move my big hip mass right over the ankle, sit right here. Again, hands in the beginning, you could be using supports, could be holding on to stall bars, rings, rope, squat rack, your partner's hands, whatever. Totally fine. You can also hold on to the floor or to the wall, okay, helping yourself out. But eventually, you want to work up to a nice straight body position as you work in this exercise. If you were using the board, you can work with the board as well. You get on the board, roll, come back, heel stays down, and come back. All right? All right, and the last exercise for today, the last basic exercise is going to be a toes to knees squat. And it's going to be like a transition exercise. You're going to start on your heels, sitting down nice and upright, transition to your toes, shift your weight back, touch your knees gently to the floor without slamming them down, be gentle about it, come back to your toes, and then come back to your heels. So coming forward, coming back under full control. Coming forward, nice and quiet, coming back. Forward, counterbalancing your body this way, coming back. Forward and back. Enjoy. Alright guys, so there you have it. 7 simple strategies, simple basic drills, how to get your squat better. And where all this leads to is basically, having your lower body free from tension, acquiring your full range of motion. And then eventually, once you have your full range of motion, you add kettlebells to this, you add other weights, weighted vest, backpack, whatever, and you start doing this under load, so you become strong, very, very strong in all those positions. And the squat becomes free. You can move this way, you can move back, you can come down, you can come back up. Okay, so all those positions become easy. Body stays nice and upright. Moving in all different directions, and eventually doing this under load. All right, so enjoy this mini series, give it some practice time, and let me know how it goes. Good luck.